Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. My name is Xani, and we're about to go take a trip. Let's see. I want to go to Tatooine. Yes, I know we're trading Jolee for Zalbar, or trading Zalbar for Jolee, but that's a trade I'm willing to make any day. And another dream. Ooh. We're in a cave, clearly.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes.
It looked like it was in a cave. But then again, maybe Tatooine wasn't always a desert.
Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Yes, what's on your mind? Tatooine's just a desert planet. I hear the mining isn't going so well. I bet the colony gets abandoned before long. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. You got it.
How can I help? Sorry, it's not that I look for...
Mining.
How may I be of... What is it you would like? I thank you for your concern.
What's wrong?
I have been thinking about myself, about SWKOTOR, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it. More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the Council agreed to send me with you. They think, perhaps, that in your company, I will be able to free myself from it. I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust.
Now the question is...
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this. That would be unfortunate. Zerka Corporation can't afford to extend credit. Everyone pays. That's the rule. The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses. You know, I don't think you need to pay the fee. We'll let it go this time.
Well, that was easy. I sure wish I had special mind-affecting force powers.
This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure?
Technically both, but...
As you wish.
I didn't order any. Okay.
Uchua penki, tang ituamaji, human ak ikatune, chi itakanki, chana kilikon, chiwa itakanki, Baba Hassan Shan. Smilia!
That'll come in handy. Okay. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go to Dantooine so I can trigger as many cutscenes as I can. Because I remember specifically that Dantooine can be used to transfer to... Hey, you. Come here. That'll take care of them. Yes, I know I could have sold them, but whatever.
How can I help? I can try. What would you like me to recall? Then I suggest we...
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Okay, so now I will bring everybody that I can out one at a time. To try and trigger their story cutscenes. Like this.
Mission, is that you? It's me, Lena, remember? I was dating your brother back on Terrace.
Lena? What are you doing here? Where's Griff?
I'm just passing through. Griff and I broke up a few months after we left Terrace together. Probably for the best. Your brother can be charming, Mission, but he's bad news.
Don't you start trashing my brother, you cantina rat! Take that back or I'll smack you so hard your head tails will pop off!
Mission, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting this way? You've got your facts a little backwards. Mission could have come with us if she wanted to. It was her choice to stay behind.
You liar! Griff told me that you didn't want his little sister tagging along. That's why he had to leave me behind.
Is that what the Hut Spawn told you? I wanted you to come with us, Mission. I even offered to pay for your ticket. Why not? I paid for everything else while I was with that freeloader. But he told me you didn't want to leave Terrace. I said we shouldn't even go then, but he said we'd come back and get you after we struck it rich on Tatooine. Just another one of his lies.
No, you're the one who's lying. Griff wouldn't... He wouldn't try to leave me behind.
Think about it. If Griff wasn't trying to ditch you, Mission, then why didn't he tell you where we were going? After we left Terrace, he told me looking after you was holding him back. Griff's always looking to blame other people for his own problems. That's why he abandoned you. He did the same thing to me, too. As soon as I ran out of money, he started blaming me for all of his problems. Like it's my fault his get-rich-quick schemes never work out.
Huh. I'd like to hear his side of the story.
Hey, if you want to talk to Griff, go ahead. Last I heard he was going to make a fortune working the SWKOTOR mines on Tatooine. But as far as I'm concerned, he's out of my life forever.
Griff's better off without you anyway, you table-dancing, brother-stealing home wrecker.
I guess that's my cue to leave then. I didn't mean to upset you, Mission. But one day you'll see I'm right about your brother. I only hope it's not too late by then.
Okay. Next. And no, I can't unfortunately get Candaris's to activate yet, because I haven't gotten anywhere near well enough with him. Strictly speaking, I don't think I can get anybody's outside of maybe Jolie.
Excuse me, have you seen a mechanic about? Short fellow, bald, I've been looking...
Well, I'll be a Wookiee's uncle. Davin Coaches?
Jolie? Jolie Pinto? Why, you old freak. Last time I saw you, you were still wandering the galaxy in that old tug. I thought you were dead, old man.
I crashed somewhere and decided to stay.
Yeah, I'll just bet. Damn, old man, you look exactly the same as the last time I saw you. You pickle well.
You're too kind. Not the young lad anymore yourself, I see.
Care to introduce us?
What are you, deaf? His name's Davin. Old friend from my Wanderer days. By the by, Davin, I really should be running off.
Of course, old man. Oh, wait. If you've been traveling in this sector, I suppose you heard about Sunry?
No, why? What's there to hear?
He's been picked up by the Selkath authorities on Manan for murder.
That's preposterous.
I know. Laura is beside herself, as you can imagine. Maybe you could help them. I'm sure Sunray would appreciate a Jedi's assistance right about now.
Perhaps I will at that. It's up to my friend here, actually. I'm just tagging along.
We could check Manan out next, I suppose.
I'd appreciate that. Sunry's an old friend. I'd hate to see him hurt.
Same here. Well, it was good to see you again. Give my regards to Alora if you see her.
I will. Be safe, old friend.
Now, I'm not
Got something on your mind, do you? No more than you. Get going. You got yourself a fast little ship. I'd forgotten what engine sounded like. The closest thing to that on Kashyyyk is an uller in mating season. Ugh. Or it could be for the free food. What's the gunk that comes out of the synthesizer on this bucket anyway? Do you never clean the darn thing? I'm old, damn it. I'm allowed to be enigmatic when I want to be. And don't you go telling me otherwise. You know, you remind me of someone else I knew ages ago. Pleasant enough fellow, great destiny, all of that. Breath like a bantha. No, but it could be. An Anduvian salt tablet would clear that right up, you know. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. Andor Vex was his name. The Force swirled around him like a hurricane. That's how great his destiny was.
Never heard of him.
No, you wouldn't have. Sometimes swirling force is just swirling force. It gets us old Jedis excited at our age, so we go, ooh, destiny. Well, it turned out that poor Andor believed a wee bit too much in the infallibility of that destiny. That overconfidence turned out to be his downfall.
Okay.
I don't know. Are you overconfident? I hadn't noticed. Even if I had, I would never comment on it. We're talking about Andor, remember? Let's see. Oh yes, Andor's downfall. I was pretty young myself when it happened. At the time, I thought that Andor's destiny couldn't be more boring.
What do you mean? Oh.
Well, let's just say that I was a strapping young lad with a full head of hair, and Coruscant was a small town with a well. I was just about to abandon Andor to whatever the Force intended for him when his ship was overtaken by a Dimian warship. Now, you've probably never heard of the Dimians, but at the time they were a nasty lot led by a nastier overlord named Krat. Tall fellow, big teeth. Krat has us hauled onto the bridge of his ship for questioning, and that's when I knew that Andor's destiny was at hand.
Andor killed Krat, I guess.
Of course he did. Haven't you been listening? It was not in the way you'd probably expect, though. Well, Andor decides that his destiny makes him invulnerable and starts making all sorts of demands. Free me now. I'm not answering questions. Blah, blah, blah. Don't you know who I am? Krat decides he's had enough and begins crushing Andor's neck. I told the boy he should have kept his mouth shut. I think he agreed, too, or those could have just been gurgling noises. Oh, well, anyway. Finally, Krat has enough of Andor and tosses him aside into this giant energy intake shaft. Andor gets sucked in and starts bouncing around, screaming. Maybe Andor hit something sensitive on the way down, or just didn't agree with the reactor core. Next thing I know, all the ship's alarms are ringing.
You're kidding.
Everyone panics, and I run, barely making it to the ship in time before the explosion. Krat dies horribly, and the Dimians never quite recovered. Changed the political course of the entire sector for centuries to come. I'd call that quite a destiny, wouldn't you?
What does that have to do with you coming with me?
Well, hey, the chances may not be great, but one has the opportunity to see something like that twice in a lifetime. Anyway, go on. My throat is dry and you're making me cranky. Shoo!
Okay.
Got something on your mind, do you? Oh, I get it.
Oh.
Got something on your mind, do you? Oh, I get it. Let's play with the old man's head, is it? He's half senile. He'll forget I said anything. Wait, what was this about anyway?
Oh boy. The sad part is, even at my age, I'm starting to lean towards that concept. I doubt we'll get Juhani's to trigger, but let's see.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course.
Huh. I guess not. I guess we don't qualify for Juhani. Which, to me, says I wonder... I don't think we'll qualify for Karth either, but... And I can fairly guarantee we won't qualify for Canderous.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Okay. And yeah, we won't qualify for Canderous either. But we can talk to him while we're here.
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh.
Your choice.
Well, so much for that plan. I guess for the time being, then, it's back to Tatooine. And let's see, I've gotten most of the characters' big stories out of the way, so now I will deal primarily with Karth and Canderous. So.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
What the? That was weird.
La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek.
Pardon?
Kuyabi just kuna chiktanai. Ina kun ma marulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hadonga chikon kabi. Jawana bota ayu at tahonga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topada bungwalya kachiska du suki kuba na bona na gachu. Abtuinkotu. Topada bungwal. Kuyabi just kuna chiktanai. Ina kun ma marulira rachikun. Slip yatoka ulwan kinkuna ba murira.
Okay. Berserker office. I wonder.
La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja murira rabes. Uba batu goji. Tong non bong shang nung yang. Kuyabi just kuna chiktanai. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun bes chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer...
Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him.
No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll.
Oh, yeah?
Can you spare me a few moments? I have something I want to get off my chest. I want to tell you about one of our workers. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it. We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him.
Excuse me?
He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances.
So they're all expendable?
Zerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. That's why we've started a bounty program to thin the Sand People numbers. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. Very well. As I said, we are no longer selling them. We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license.
There's no way to get one then?
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay...
Hang on. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, good point.
Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good.
Okay.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sand crawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them. Very well. I assume that by out of the ordinary, you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants.
What do you mean, anger the participants? As in the Sith? Because everyone else is dead. Ah!
Zerka Corporation policy is not subject to your approval. It is a sound business model. Save us your commentary.
Know anything more local?
If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message.
Right.
Farewell. Zerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
Yeah, like heck you do. Ah, you.
Achua Penki, Yun Patisa. Chiwi Aita Ka.
Oh, right. Genius.
Ki Mulira Kun.
Dooba-dooba-dooba-dooba-doo-doo-doo. Click.
Ki Mulira Kun King.
That didn't.
Kakin Cha.
Well, that didn't serve the purpose.
La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best chingpa marulira. Kuyabi just kuna jiktanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Kuyabi just kuna jiktanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo. Jawana bota ayuha tahonga jakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topa da bungwal yagando do nano chuchut. Musha papangpa. Bola wana chikne. Mamuli slame. Kuyabi just kuna jiktanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hodonga chihonkabi. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabe. Kuyabi just kuna jiktanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hodonga chihonka. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok kuyabi just kuna jiktanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hodonga chihonka. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Kuyabi just kuna jiktanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo padona. Mundi hodonga chihonkabi. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek.
Okay.
Kuyabi just kuna jiktanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best chingpa marulira. Tok chingbang non kek. Tok ninja mira rabes. Kuyabi just kuna jiktanai. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best chingpa marulira.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah. Speaking of... No. Called it.
Lord Malak was most displeased when...
They're dead, Karth. You can...
Yes? I'm sorry. Do I know you? You know my daughter? Where is she? Is that so? Has she said this herself? Tell her it is quite urgent that I speak with her at once. I most certainly will not. What I have to say is for Bastila alone. It is family.
Ugh.
Yeah? I'm sorry, do I know you?
I'm here, Mother. Don't you recognize me?
What do you expect when I haven't so much as had a picture of you since you left? Do you know how long I've been trying to find you?
You knew as well as I communication would be impossible once I joined the Order. Now what is this about? Where is Father?
Then you haven't heard. I should have known.
Has something happened to him? Are you going to tell me or not?
Your father is dead, Bastila. That is part of the reason why I was looking for you.
Dead? What happened? What did you do to him?
Isn't this a lovely reunion? Already she's flinging insults at me. Tell me, you're one of her friends. Do you treat your mother this way?
Well, my mom's dead, if you must know.
Is that so? Well, I'll be joining her soon enough, I suppose.
I was told you were sick. Are you actually dying, or is this merely melodrama for my benefit?
Such sweet things, you say. Perhaps I should tell you everything first before we start arguing again.
You could start by telling me what you got Father into that killed him.
I hadn't realized Jedi was so spiteful. You want me to tell you I brought your father here for an expedition, do you? You want to blame me for his death? You never accepted that your father loved going on his treasure hunts, leaving you alone with me. I was always to blame for everything. What else is new? So yes, fine. I brought your father here to look for Krayt dragon pearls. He took an expedition into the Tatooine desert, and he died.
How can you be sure of that? Father is an experienced...
Do you think I would look for you if I wasn't sure? They were attacked by a Krayt dragon, and one of the guides fled the battle. He saw your father killed.
I see. So what do you want from me? Credits?
Don't be insulted. I want you to use those senses of yours. I want you to find him. I want you to bring back his holocron.
Why? So you can sell it?
Is it too much to ask that I have something to remember your father by? Of course it is, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered.
We're very busy on a mission from the Jedi Council. I doubt I'll have the time. Ask my companions if you doubt me.
Why don't you get it yourself, dear?
As my daughter is quick to point out, I haven't the coin to hire another expedition. Nor am I the adventurer my husband was.
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with what she's asking. Are you actually sick, Mother?
What difference does it make to you? None, I'm sure. Just find your father's holocron, and you won't have to worry about me again either way.
That's the kind of response I would expect. Very well. We'll look for the holocron if we have time. I can't promise any more than that.
I believe your father was headed north towards the Sand People Enclave. I would check along that route, dear. Do please hurry.
How can I help? About my mother? I'm unsure. I seem to find it difficult to remain objective when it comes to her. I have my doubts as to whether she's actually sick. Mother used to lie about many things to get her way. She's a selfish woman who pushed my father into doing what she wished. Yes, I thought I'd let go of that anger. All my training and it comes back so quickly. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
I was looking for HK here, but that'll work. This way. This one?
Bastila, I was wondering something. How did those Vulkars manage to capture a famous Jedi like you? Were you knocked out when your escape pod crashed?
No, I was conscious. But my force powers were exhausted from using my battle meditation in the battle for the Ender Spire. Without my help, you might have never gotten off the ship alive.
Fair enough, but I've seen you Jedi in action. There's no way those thugs could have stood a chance against your lightsaber.
My lightsaber was misplaced. I couldn't find it after the crash. I looked everywhere in that pod. The Vulkars came and overwhelmed me even as I was searching for my weapon.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You lost your lightsaber? I mean, isn't that a violation of some kind of Jedi code or something?
Hang on just a second. Sorry about that.
This is no laughing matter. During the crash, my lightsaber must have fallen from my belt and rolled under my seat. The Vulkars probably found it there when they searched the wreckage.
Hey, don't get mad. I'm sorry. It's just funny to think of a legendary Jedi losing her lightsaber. Take my advice. This is one detail you might want to keep out of the history texts.
I hardly consider myself a legend, Carth, though I will consider your advice when I relate these events to the Jedi Council. There is no need for them to know every detail of what transpired.
That's not true. And that's certainly not the way the Jedi do things. Hang on. Sorry about that. Okay, this is not opening, so that's not the door I want to use. Heyo!
Greetings. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional Science-Tech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query: would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership.
Interesting. Their voice dub for HK-47 in this one is very different than in KOTOR 2. Huh. Battle Protocol. What does Size-Tech Corp make?
Answer: with the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
Okay. Why are you keeping info to yourself?
Explanation: I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me.
How do I know you'll be loyal to me once the restraining bolt is removed?
Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so.
Why would you say that?
Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well.
Okay. Doesn't Yukalaka question you about your reluctance to reveal your functions?
Explanation. It is rare for a droid to resist an owner in this way. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid. Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining.
Interesting. Does he know you talk about him like that?
Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's ask them questions about it. You don't seem to know much about it.
And if the unit proves even more uncooperative once we purchase it?
Why haven't you wiped its memory? What functions have you tested? Okay. What does the designation mean? Where'd you get it?
And was this a droid of his own, or something stored in that warehouse?
That's interesting, because I don't remember HK actually mentioning that line of ownership. But then again, it's been God knows how many years since I played this game, so there's that too. That was quick. Desperate? Sure. I know I can get 2,500 for it, but I don't care. Let's see what you've got. Ooh!
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you?
What do you mean?
Answer. Indeed. I am most eager to engage in some unadulterated violence. At your command, of course, Master.
Okay.
Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
Okay, time to get Bastila out of here since I don't need her. You will come in handy. And... yeah.
Ready.
Acknowledgement!
Super efficient version of an energy shield. Modified, customized build runoff. Terrain is insignificant. Okay, let's try that again. Ooh, a disruptor pistol. Oh, right. Disruptor rifle. Or this one. Oh, definitely.
I'm here.
And whoa, I've gone way over what I expected to. What?
Statement. It is doubtful he can be clearer. Their language is difficult even for droids. He is using a trade language to try and help.
What do you mean? What do you want?
Leader of our tribe. That's a new one.
Translation. 98% probability that members of the miniature organics tribe are being held by Sand People, Master. Doubtless he wishes assistance. Translation. 2% probability that the miniature organic is simply looking for trouble and needs to be blasted. That may be wishful thinking on my part, Master.
Hang on just a sec. Sorry. So what do you want us to do? Tell me about those that came before.
I wonder just how long ago the little fellow's talking here.
Warning. More likely, the deceiving little organic hopes to trick you into going there so you release his people while searching, Master.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper... Well, let's see it. Come on. All right. I'll just scan that and you're off. You'll need it.
Hello there. You're heading out into the desert? You're a hunter, right? You must be if you've been allowed to leave Anchorhead. When you see Tanis, and I know you know him, tell him his wife hopes he enjoys the anniversary gift.
Why do you think I would know him?
Don't play dumb. You're just another of his playthings down at the hunting club. I know your type through and through. Well, he can do what he wants. He'll get what he deserves. I bought my own license just so I could see that he did. Oh, I'm through planning. I just left him a little mess that he has to take care of. If he's smart, he'll be just fine. But he's not smart. Just a little something to remember me by. Something that symbolizes our years together. Something that will blow up in his face. Of course, he'll never understand how appropriate it is. He can't talk his way out of this one. I'm sure you do.
And we'll figure this out next time! Cliffhangers for the win. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Have a blessed day. Xani out.